Hey guys, HerbQuest here with another progress video. First, starting off with a couple of clue caskets that I obtained. First one we open up is absolute garbage, and the second one is garbage as well. So let's jump right on into the video then, shall we? Starting off with some Wilderness Slayer, working on getting those emblems for the rune pouch so I can start doing some Abyssal Sire, hopefully get some cosmic runes from that. Then I can start working towards that giant chunk of battlestaves in my bank. It's getting over 10k so far. Rogue's tasks are pretty easy up at the castle here. Then I got a magic axe task, which is decent for emblems, and I got assigned to kill some Vedion. And since I learned last video that you don't get any sort of bonus multiplier for boss tasks in the wilderness, I decided to just go with the 3 Vetian kills in minimal amount, since it's 25 points regardless. If it was a boss task from Neve or Duradel though, I'd probably max it out. But I managed not to get PK'd this time at all at Vetian. It's a lot less camp than Callisto. I remember back when I was killing the wilderness bosses for fun, it was the opposite. It was Vetian that was camped all the time. And then I got a couple more wilderness tasks. The Rogue's chest gave me some dragon stones this time through. I decided to kill the higher level ones and loot the chests. Was also thinking they could enhance this content a little bit by making like certain rewards like duplicated if you've got so many rogue kills there, so then that way if you've been there for an hour you start getting 4 dragon stones or double loot. And I got this Aviances task and got up to 24 emblems, so let's cut to live commentary. And cut into live commentary here with the 200k points I have from previous emblems. I'm up to 200,000 bounty points as is, and here in my inventory I have 21 mysterious emblems, which gives me just 50,000 over, so time to trade these emblems in. 1,000 or 1,050,000 bounty hunter points. And there's the rune pouch. Rune pouch obtained. Alright, feels good. See you guys in the next clip. And as you can tell by my gear here, I must be getting ready for a pretty challenging boss. Heading over to the Champions Guild. And yeah, that was a troll because it's just the Goblin Champion. I think it'd be cool to have like a part 2 to this where you fight like real bosses. I think that could be fun for a different sort of champions reward because they are rare. They don't have to give anything good, but just fighting a real boss for that would be nice. And then now that I got my rune pouch going on with regular Slayer, hoping for some Abbey tasks so that I can start doing some Sire. Practicing my one-tick prayer flicking at the Kraken boss here. I'm getting really good at doing that. I was able to one-tick prayer flick for about 80% of the tasks, AFK'd with Mystic Might a little bit here and there, but I can one-tick prayer flick confidently now if I'm in a world that allows it with the ping. I can't do it in the skill total world, so there's some sort of weird lag in the skill total worlds that prevents me from doing that. But from now on, I'm only going to show the important Slayer tasks because I don't think everyone wants to see each Caliphite task I do. Now let's talk about my donations for the month of August. Now, this balance that you see here, this is from when I used to stream. I haven't gotten any donations for the audiobook series yet, but I figured I'd take this time to recognize Good Stream and Snyder for their previous donations, since I said that I'd recognize people for that. And Snyder left a message that says, "Flared trousers hype," because this was around the time that I got my flared trousers for a master clue requirement. I was live streaming easy clues for a couple weeks back then. It was some good times, and when I finally got them, Snyder dropped a donation. And then Good Stream donated $1 and said, "Enjoying the streams." And I thought that was pretty cool. He was a viewer that stopped in here and there, and yeah, he appreciated the streams, and I appreciate him, and along with Snyder. And those are the only donations I've gotten so far from the whole YouTube and Twitch thing. But going back to the progress video, I went over to Duradel here. And then here I got a Caliphite task from Duradel to end the video, and I'll see you guys soon with hopefully a sire task so I can start moving towards those cosmic runes for the battlestaves. And until next time, guys, peace, and check the description below if you feel like dropping $1. Peace, guys. Also, as a side note, in case anyone was wondering why I haven't been uploading much this past week, it's because I found a really cool game of mine just chilling in one of my shelves. I had to look for it a little bit. Basically, the story is this. I saw this trailer online for Age of Empires 4. And I was thinking to myself, that's such a badass game. I used to love that game as a kid. That was like my go-to game before I knew that RuneScape existed. So I found Age of Empires 3 and Civ 5. I have the original Age of Empires as well, but I overplayed that during my childhood already, so I didn't really mess with that one. But I messed with Civ 5 and Age of Empires 3 and beat the entire campaign throughout this week. Didn't get very much done in terms of RuneScape gains, but it felt pretty good to go back to an old game. Plus, my old computer couldn't handle it. Now that I've got this newer one, there was no lag, no disconnects or anything during Age of Empires. I just had to mess with like one of the settings in my computer in the beginning to make it so that it would be compatible. And because the compatibility mode didn't work, I just had to like go to YouTube and type in how to, or my problem, I typed in exactly I can't play Age of Empires 3 - compatibility, and I found some forums that led to the answers that I was looking for. Everybody seemed to be having the same issue. The regular troubleshooter for compatibility wasn't doing its job properly. You had to manually tweak an option. But at any rate, I had a lot of fun playing that game, but I am back under RuneScape gains, doing my chompy birds for my Elite Dairies now, and getting ready for the release of Fossil Island. I definitely want to get some footage in for when that's released, search around that island for mostly a method of rudescence and cosmic runes, because those are the two main items that I need on my Iron Man right now: rune essence and cosmics. Any type of orbs would be nice too: fire orbs, air orbs, water orbs, etc. But yeah, that's all for the battle staff grind. That's like the main goal of the account right now, because that's stressing me out. I don't know if I'll continue buying my battle staves though, because I already have 99 crafting, but it's a hell of a good source of money for how much they alch for. And as for the second audiobook series, I think I'm going to aim for releasing the first episode in October for part 2 of that series. I want to get them all pre-recorded first. I've been kind of slacking on that. Actually, with Dead Man Mode coming out, I'm going to call it November, actually, for the audiobook series. I might shoot for October, but I think a realistic goal will be November because of the Dead Man Mode tournament and Dead Man Mode seasonals, because I simply won't have the time for it. Those audiobooks take a lot of time to do because I screenshot each page individually. I don't just, leave a still image up the entire time and read it off the wiki. I actually go through the book in the game itself and screenshot everything individually and then read it and retake it 100 times until it sounds decent. But yeah, look forward to that around November time. And for the 5th time, peace, guys.